Hi, everyone, and happy Election Day. It is November 5th, 2024, and I just have to share my experience going to town hall today to vote. I voted today. I didn't do the early voting stuff. I wanted to go for the big day and cast my very important votes for everybody that I care about, as well as to answer all those ballot questions. Here in Townsend, we had 6 ballot questions. We had the statewide 5, plus we had one of our own for the CPA. And I'm not going to tell you how I voted, but if you know me really well, you'll know how I voted for everything. But here we go. This is international. And the story I got to tell today is I know some of you will probably not appreciate that I did this one, but I'm not here about making friends. Maybe a little bit, but some people aren't going to like this, but it is what it is. I try to tell what the real deal is, regardless of who it's about. I want the truth out there. And this was kind of disturbing. I've been living in Townsend for 43 years, and I've done more than one campaign. I've campaigned for different candidates. I've stood out in front of town hall or in the legal campaigning area, because if you've been to campaign or to voting places, you know that there's signs up that tell you can't hold signs in certain places, or maybe you haven't never paid attention, but there are signs out that the communities or the town clerks in any community that you live in that tell you you can't campaign beyond a certain point. And I'm well aware of all this stuff. And you have to, when you arrive to do your campaigning and carry your signs and yell and scream and wave to people about your candidate, you have to follow the rules. Um, and when I went out there, I couldn't believe it. Well, I guess I could, but it was shocking nonetheless that the Republican Town Committee, yes, the Republican Town Committee, was out there doing their own thing. They completely ignoring the campaign signs. So and I just, of course, I had my camera with me. I'm not gonna report on something that I can't prove. As they say, I have receipts. So let me try to figure out my camera. The video, where am I going? I forgot where I'm going. Oh, this one. Here we go. Here we are. I'm just kind of next to town hall. This building here is not town hall. It's what we call the old bank building where rec is. And the street corner is up here. And on this side, we have the Republican Town Committee and the people supporting the Republican candidates. On the other side, the other corner is the Democrats. So here we have, I'm going to just show you, run this first video and to show my interaction with them and talk a little bit about what the rules are. I'll jump in when I can. So hang tight here. Let me play. Hi. You know, you guys are supposed to be on that side of the marker.
Oh, I thought that it was just.
See this marker? That says poll distance marker. No electioneering beyond this point. And that's facing the other way from, because we walked just from the polls, which is where the voting place. And I know that some people, may not have gone to school or learned certain words, but electioneering is a fancy word. It includes more than campaigning, but it includes campaigning. There's other things that electioneering would mean. I could pull up the dictionary, but I'll let people that are watching this video look up that word on your own. But this is the well-known marker for those who have ever worked a campaign, that on any polling place, this sign is going to be out there and you're required to respect it. Now, this is the Republican Town Committee. This is not their first rodeo. These people, I recognize them. I couldn't name all of them, but they've been doing it. This isn't their first campaign. This isn't their first election, but I don't know. Maybe there was a different word other than electioneering and they didn't understand. I don't know. But here's my. I was being very respectful as I approached, and we'll just show you the conversation I had with them.
The
That
ones
means
in the ground.
You
that
want them on this side?
no, yeah, nobody can campaign.
No, what that sign is you're not allowed to put signs in the ground
You're
beyond
not
this point.
you're not allowed to campaign on this side of that sign.
No, ma'am, you're wrong. We
All
had
right.
the official from town came out and told us that.
That you can campaign over
No,
here.
she said that that's what this was about, was you could put the sign. You can't put any signs on markers in the ground.
There's a sign. There's a sign. There's a
They're not
sign.
planted in the ground.
They have to be in the ground. That's what they told
Yeah!
That's what Mrs. Spofford told us when she came out and moved the signs to here
Yeah.
and said we can stand here with all our handy signs, but no one's in the ground until the
After
front
that
there.
sign. Yeah.
Okay, that's craziness. Total craziness. Okay, total craziness. That that sign is the well-known marker that I they completely. I don't know if they made that up or misunderstood or I don't know. Sometimes people hear what they want to hear, and that sign is indication of you can stand on the other side. Now I'm gonna call out Josh Abrams here. Hi, Josh. I'm sure you're watching my video. So back in April, if I didn't want to pull it up, I forgot. I need to get permission from Josh, anyways, to put. I'm sure he wouldn't mind, but I don't have it handy. But last April, Josh Abrams of Accountability for All was running for selectman back in April. And at this point, I wish he had won. Holy cow. Anyway, that's a different conversation. But he filed a complaint with the town clerk, this Kathy Spofford that they were talking about. Mrs. Spofford came out. Yeah, no, she didn't either. If she did, you completely ignored her. But but Josh came out in April when we had a town election, and he complained about those signs. And he he had a tape measure. He said it's not 150 feet. It's you. The signs were too close to the polling place. It was measured incorrectly, and let me tell you, I was very disappointed. I thought he was. I thought he was nuts. That when he was doing this, I'm like, he's wrong. He's so wrong, and because of course, you do things the way you do things, and you just keep doing them the same way as you always have. And that sign before, where it was when Josh came out, was in the same place it always been for the 40 some odd years that I've been voting or campaigning for somebody or what have you. And here's Josh getting a tape measure. Oh no. And it wasn't, the signs were closer than the 150 feet. So what has happened is, thanks to Josh Abrams, he had Kathy came out, Kathy and Jessica from the town clerk's office had to come out and change where these signs are located. All the signs around the town hall now, when they go in the ground, they go closer in that particular sign that I was just showing you where the Republicans were campaigning. They it's closer to this corner, so there isn't as much space. You can't. There's a lot you just can't do anymore. When I used to campaign, and we used to park our cars at that corner, and we'd still be legally parking our cars. Not, I think, what is it, 15 feet from the corner you're not supposed to park, and we were very legal. We knew exactly where that line was, and I used to park there and put my signs out on my car that whoever I was campaigning for. And that's what we did. We scooped that corner as fast as we could and put a car or two there. And even though it's a no parking area, but nobody cares. And people park there all the time. But you were you can't do it now because you're inside the no electioneering part. So you can't do that anymore. So I think, I don't know what they were thinking today, but it's Josh that got this all changed and screwed us all up. Thanks, Josh. If you hadn't done this, none of this would be going on today. So, but he did it. He raised hell and got the sign moved. And it's there permanently now. Well, the sign isn't always there, but that's where we put the sign now. And everybody has to respect it. And all the signs around the polling place are moved away, farther away to meet the 150. I think it's 150. Hopefully, I'm quoting that properly. But there you have it. But they just didn't want to put their sign where they belong. They somehow were trying to explain to me that Kathy had come out, excuse me, and told them that you can't put signs in the ground on the other side, like stakes, those metal thingies or whatever you got that you put signs on in front of your house or wherever, or they're all over the place. You could see them in the couple of videos I'm going to have on here. But that as long as you didn't do that, you could stand there, you could carry a sign, you could do all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, no, you can't. But of course, who the hell am I? They don't listen to me. So I'm like, okay, well, here we go. I'm going to file a complaint. I think I have. Yeah, let me put that video back up because I have my comments to myself. Let me see. Here we go. Oh yeah, you can see all these signs everywhere. Oh, here we go. I'm walking around. See, there's another sign coming around. Oh.
Well, I guess I'm going to go in and see Kathy and complain and see what happens.
And there I have that. Get the right picture up here. Okay, so here we go. I said, all right, let me deal with this now. I know I'm pissing people off with this. So here we go.
I wish to file a complaint about the Trumpers are campaigning on the wrong side of the sign and they insist that you told them it was okay. Thank you.
Want to hear that? I love this. This is great.
I wish to file a complaint about the Trumpers are campaigning on the wrong side of the sign and they insist that you told them it was okay. Thank you.
Okay, we don't need to watch that again. Okay, so I went and I complained. I should complain because this is, campaigning, illegal campaign activities, is, issues with balloting. People, are complaining that, they want people to be poll watchers and to make sure that no laws are broken. And this, I hate to think that this would impact somebody's voting because, they think that there's more people in there, should I go on and on and on with this? So, illegal activity at a polling place needs to be addressed right away. And I did my civic duty to make sure, that everything was above board. And unfortunately, I was really shocked to see that it wasn't. So, and Kathy is Kathy Spofford. She's our town clerk for many, many years. And she takes her job very seriously, and she does a wonderful job of making sure that our polling place is safe and that the citizens of Townsend, the voters of Townsend, can rest assured that our votes are counted properly and everything is taken care of and it's all done completely legally. And so she jumped right on this. I didn't record it because I wasn't quite sure what she was doing or where this was going to go. So I turned my camera off because we had to walk by where people were actually voting, and I didn't want to, we're not allowed to show the actual voting room, and I didn't even want to risk unintentionally recording it. So I didn't catch what happened next. What happened is we were walking, I was just following behind her because I had no reason to stay where I was. We were just outside the selectman's office. And we walked over by the front doors of the town hall, which were all open, so people were walking in. that way to go vote. And there was, I think she was going to, her intent was to go out or maybe get somebody to go out to address this issue. And when she got by the front doors, there was a police officer there. So I'm like, oh, here we go. We're going to get the police involved. That's going to be interesting. So it was, I don't think I caught his name tag on the video, so I'll let you know who it was. It was Officer Tucker. He's well, time flies, so I think of him as a new guy, but he's really not that new. He's been here for a few years, but he almost got waylaid by them. They did almost convince him that they were within their rights to campaign where they were campaigning, but I'll have to show you the video. If I can get the right one going here. Add to stage. Oh, there we go. Okay. Here we go. There's Officer Tucker.
All right, yeah, let me go make sure.
I filed a complaint with her and she told you to move. They can't campaign on this side of that sign.
Okay, is there any stakes or anything like that?
There's a sign, poll distance marker, no electioneering beyond this point.
Okay.
Electioneering includes holding signs. This is illegal on this side of that sign. They have to all be on that side of the marker. It's been like that forever. It's a state law.
That's what I just told you.
Yeah. So you're illegal right now.
This means a conversation as I'm about to know.
Okay.
So I was told just move past the red marker, and I'll make sure that's the only thing you have to be aware of. I don't, like I said, somebody said stick.
Okay, so basically he told, I don't know if you could hear it, but he told them at the half a minute ago, whatever, that while he's going to go check, because he had him, they had him not sure of the answer because they gave him the line of BS about the stakes in the ground. Which is why he asked me about the stakes. I didn't have the camera on him, and I apologize for that. I was busy talking. And so he asked me about the stakes. So he wasn't quite sure. So he told them that he was going to go find out from Kathy what's going on. And then I tried to tell him, and of course, who am I? So he told them to go on the other side of the sign for at least for a couple minutes while he goes to find out. But to be safe, rather safe than, to be right. I'm going to have that saying wrong. But he moved them, he had them move, and they cooperated and went over there, except for this one woman who she did finally go over there, but you can't see her on the camera right now. But so let's keep going. And now we're going to move into my concern about, do these people know that there's a constitution? Here we go. They are confused.
Always stakes involved. This one says there's no stakes involved. That's okay. And then for a minute, I'll double check.
And then, of course, this guy's blocking the sidewalk. Don't ask me.
You have to move beyond that red mark. That's all.
Didn't go away. The alcohol still takes effect.
Watch this woman with the Piro sign in that nice hat. I like her hat. I have one just like it. But anyway, I'm not wearing it.
Ms. King, I wonder why you Please don't record me or photograph me. Please do not record me or photograph me.
You are in public. I have the right to record you, and I have every intention of doing so. You're campaigning for political people. This is a constitutional right I have under the First Amendment to record anyone.
To
in public.
record anyone, and what are you going to do with the recording?
It's going on my YouTube channel when I get home.
I see.
Just, I don't have to tell you that, but I'm letting you know that that's exactly what I'm doing.
I've seen a lot of your stuff on public access, and that's my right is not to be put on public access if I don't choose to be.
I don't know anything about what you're talking about.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
I have the
Okay. So I don't get it. I don't get it. I just don't get it. So I don't know why this is doing that, but anyway, okay. So that was my visit to vote today. I voted earlier and went home and then came back and I wanted to do something. I don't know. And I want to thank everybody that reached out to me while I was walking around inside the town hall and a couple of places outside. I wasn't recording everything that happened because some places you're just not supposed to record, and I don't need to record everybody actually voting anyway. People like a little bit of privacy, even though a lot of voting it's a public record. If you vote, it's not a secret. The fact that you voted is not a secret. It's a public record. Who you voted for is not a public record. There's no way to tell. But the fact that you did vote, and that is used by all campaigns, both Republicans and Democrats and Libertarians, everybody looks up to see who voted. And I could do a whole video on that, but I'm not going to do that. There's no point in it. Don't worry about it. It's nothing that impacts your voting or who's counting your vote. Data miners like to figure out who's actually active, who votes, and how many times. So anyway, so that's my visit to my polling place today, and I was really surprised that this event occurred. So I'm gonna just, I guess, end this video and move on to bigger and better things. I do have a couple more issues that I've been trying to find the time to get some videos going. Trash is back on the front page in this town. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to do another trash video. That's it. Not a trashy video, a trash video, because things have gone off the rails again. And I'm not happy. I'm just not happy. So, all right. I hope everyone has a good day. If you're watching this before the polls close and before the votes are counted, cross your fingers for your candidates. I've got my fingers crossed for mine. I'm just hoping. Anyways, so have a good time. And just know that Townsend is a safe place for your vote. Okay? All right. Thanks, everybody. And please subscribe. Subscribe and like all my videos so that I can continue to get them out there and you'll be notified. Hit the bell on the subscription so you'll be notified every time I put out a new video. Okay, take care, everybody. Have a good time. Bye.